So it's 3 a.m. right now. Um, I can't sleep at all. Encoding over. That's okay. Sorry, I was reading something off to the side. It's nighttime right now because I wanted to get a thumbnail for the video that I did last. I really hope my microphone isn't too close. I don't even remember what I wanted to do. I want to talk this time. I don't want to go with some sort of goal, so I might just do gardening if whoever's outside will allow that. I can't sleep. I have these mini benders of, not benders, I shouldn't call it that, but I have sets of days where it's like bad for me mentally. And I mean everybody does, but I don't know. I'm very good at getting in my own head, and I feel like a lot of people are good at getting in their own head. There's just so much that goes on, and it kind of has to do with some of the stuff I talked about in the last video, where it's like stuff to do with my past, my father that passed, in past relationships where I've like made mistakes. Like I'll wake up, it's not an inconsistent, or like it's a consistent thing for me to wake up and just hate myself because I'm literally a man, just because I'm male, which sounds silly, but it's like it's, how do I describe it? Like I describe it to my friends as like it's so exhausting being aware of myself. Like I feel like I see other men and they're just able to be stupid ass men. And what ignorance is bliss. Like that's a very true quote. And I don't know, sometimes I would be very grateful to be ignorant, to be very stupid. And I guess I shouldn't call people stupid, but that's just kind of how I feel. Like I look at dumbass men who are like able to, I don't know. It all sounds very dumb. But it's like I look at men who just are fucking brainless and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna approach this girl and start talking to her, and that sounds so stupid. It just sounds like I'm being judgmental because I don't have confidence. But it's like, I don't know. Men are something, and it's like, I don't like that I'm a part of that when I wake up. So I mean, there's that I get to deal with. I guess what kicked all of this shit off is just a whatever is going on between me and this person. Last night I was over at their house, laying on them, and I don't know. It was very, very late, and it kind of clicked for me that like I don't, without just telling their entire life story, like I don't matter to this person. Like I felt okay there, but like it just kind of like clicked, it snapped real quick, and I was like, damn, I don't matter to this person. Then that made me start thinking about past relationships I've had, and it's like I never really mattered to those people. Like it's been a consistent thing, unfortunately, where the relationships that I've been in, um, I've been more of a distraction, like it feels like. And I probably should say it feels like, because I'm going to turn down the volume of this a lot. And I'm also just going to turn it to peaceful so that I don't need to worry about anything. But it's like that's been such a consistent thing. And I know that, like, I've only seriously dated 3 people. But each time it's been that. It's been them wanting out before me, which is okay. Like, people grow apart. It's just like the reason for them wanting out of the relationship was always like it was them going and getting what they wanted out of life and not like giving a flying fuck. I guess I should say the most recent 2. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. The most recent 2 have been that. Last year, early January, I got broken up with, and not too long after being broken up with, I found out that that person was cheating on me. And obviously that by itself hurts, but it's just like the thought that like I'm not enough, and I haven't been enough. Which that's difficult to deal with, because it's like I have a very bad problem with just trying to make things make sense and like apply logic to things. So as soon as I think like, damn, the past 2 motherfuckers that have been with me, I've not been enough for them. It's very like dramatic, but it's like it kind of only makes sense that, one, it is true that I wasn't enough and I'm not enough, and 2, like I'm probably like not going to be for most people. I keep on harvesting those before it's time. And that's just difficult. I have a bad habit of like trying to logic things out. Like, things have to make sense to me, and it's bad. It's real bad. Things have to make sense though. And so when I like, and obviously people, that's not spruce. Oh, hi. Is your beehive is right there. Hi. Oh, oh yeah, they do like flowers. I forgot all about that. Are you gonna make a little baby bee? That is too much for me to handle right now. Like, things have to make sense to me though. And it makes sense that I'm not enough for anybody. And that's just, me talking down to myself. I do that pretty frequently too. That makes sense. And I am kind of okay with it. It just is kind of the worst ever. Because it's like I'm already feeling like I am the worst possible person I can be just when I wake up in the morning and I'm a man. So then, and it's not like this is a relationship or anything with this person, but it's like, it's an intimate thing to be in somebody's arms, I thought I had more bone meal than that. It's a pretty intimate thing. But it's like I just looked up and like snapped into it, and it was like, I'm not, like, what am I doing? It's very hard to describe, but it's like I start overthinking a lot. Start overthinking a lot. How do I harvest honey from them? I feel bad leaving their things full. I start overthinking a lot. This is going to be very jumbled and a mess. I just want to talk because it's a better alternative to me laying in bed and spiraling. Like I'm infinitely replaceable, and that's been demonstrated. It has been plenty demonstrated that I'm infinitely replaceable. Like, infinitely is a very dramatic word to use, but I'm replaceable. And it sucks. Like, I've never had somebody, like, begging me to stay. Like, you know how people will talk about that with their exes? They're like, oh, we can't even keep up no contact because we keep messaging each other. That's never been me. Like, when I got broken up with last year, I had to beg that motherfucker to meet me in person to, like, say goodbye. It's pathetic. And, like, I mean, okay. I just really am not all that. But damn, do I really have to live with that and being constantly aware? I can't give you any more flowers. I'll drop that for you. You're making me feel bad. I can't give you any more. It won't let me. You can hang out though. You're welcome to be around me if you'd like. I'm gonna compost this. So it's like my brain wants to make sense of everything. And it's like, how undesirable, how unwanted do you have to be as a person to get, and this is just the most recent one. My ex before that, like, it was a whole, broke up and got back together a couple of times. And the reason it ended is because they, like, told me that they didn't even really want to kiss me. I hate saying that out loud. Because, again, it makes me feel fucking pathetic. And it's not like I'm desperate for it. It's not like I'm desperate for, like, a relationship. It's just nice. I've, like, maybe in the past, yeah, I've searched out a relationship intentionally. But as of late, I've been comfortable with being by myself. As of the past year and even time before that, I was comfortable with being by myself. I was fine with it. And then my most recent ex, like, we got together. And now that I look back on the stuff, like, it's like I was a distraction. It's like I was a placeholder until something real to her came along. And it's like, that's all I've been good enough for. See, it won't let me bone meal again, so that one's done. But it's like, why does it have to be me? Why does that have to be me? I don't want that. If you didn't want me, you could have just left me alone. I was never desperate for it. I was never seeking it out. And it's like, I try to be very self-aware. I feel like I'm a pretty good, like, person to be with for the most part. Like, everybody's got flaws, but I'm pretty good on the... I'm nice to be with, I'd like to think. So I'm gonna say that. I'm nice to be with. But I feel like it's the idea of somebody that's nice to be with. I'm gonna go get sunflowers. That people like about me. Like, it's convenience and, like, oh, you're a nice enough person. You'll do until somebody else comes along. which sucks. It sucks feeling like that. And so that happened last night, and I just kind of left in a hurry, and I felt bad because it felt like she thought she did something, which isn't the case. It's just I overthink, and it's probably true. I mean, I overthought about my ex cheating on me, and that was true. Got big plans for these bad boys. Teehees aside, ha-has aside, it sucks feeling like that. It really does. Left the girl's house in a hurry, and I worked today, and while I was at work, started off the day really good, and then I started to spiral, like, just with the worst possible thoughts about myself. And I remember I was walking, my boss asked me to do something. I had to walk away for a second. I remember walking past this group of people at a desk at my job and thinking to myself, and this is definitely nothing that hasn't been said before by somebody else somewhere else, but it's like I was thinking about how many people probably just don't like me, which is okay. And I was like I started to not care because it's like there's nothing that they could say about me that would like hurt my feelings more than the shit that I think about myself. And that sucks too, because it's like, damn, can't fucking catch a break from anybody, can I? I'm so fucking mean to myself. And part of it's not entirely my fault. I definitely suffer from body dysmorphia a lot. So that, lowers my value in my head when I look in the mirror and I just don't like me. But it's like I don't like myself, and then I look at the people that I thought loved me or like liked me at some point, and I'm like, they like it just, I don't know how to describe it. It sucks to think that, like, damn, they didn't even really like me for who I was. They liked the idea of me. They liked the idea of somebody who was nice to them. Or just they just liked the idea of having a boyfriend until something actual, like, that they actually wanted came around. I was just kind of like filler. And that doesn't feel okay. That hurts my feelings, obviously. Hurts me. I hurt from that. But they've never cared. Never. My ex is currently engaged right now to the person that she cheated on me with. And my ex before that is, she's chilling. I can't say that I've fully forgiven my most recent ex. Just because enough time hasn't passed. Eventually, though, I will. My ex before that I forgive. I've been past that because one thing I find myself thinking very frequently is, like, there's nobody worse that I could be than me. There's nobody as bad. Like, which is hyperbole, but it's like I think to myself, and I have so many nasty and mean things to say to myself that it's just like it makes me think I'm such a, like, nasty, awful person. all the rude things that I say to myself, why am I even capable of thinking that stuff? So it's like doubling up. It's like doubling up because it's like I think the most rude possible things that I can say to myself. So that makes me like a nasty person because I'm able to think of these terrible things to say to myself. And then I'm just a nasty person because, like, look at all these reasons I'm giving you. Look at all these reasons I'm able to come up with in my head. And just pull those things out of nowhere. I do, but I don't, you know? I want to build a big watchtower. I don't have any sand, though, for glass. That's an issue. I'm sure there's some sand down there. I need to get, like, a working space cleared out here. I was going to just keep on making... Actually, I should do that. I should focus up and lock in. I have so many mean things that I say to myself, though. And it sucks because I've had plenty of assurance. Never feels like enough, though. Not like in a I need more way, but it's like, is that really true? Or are you just saying that because, like, that's what a good person would say? Like people will say shit, and it's like, I don't believe you. Which is might come off as like pretentious, but it's like you say those things to people because if you don't, like, if somebody tells you that they feel like worthless and unlovable, if you don't deny that, you're kind of rude. So, like, of course you're saying that. Of course you are. But you're not actually looking at any of the evidence that I'm giving you. You don't even eat grass, dude. What's your problem? But it's like, it feels like they don't look at the reasons I give them. They just retort it. Which I get it. Gotta do that first. Because if you consider the evidence, then, like, it seems like you're actually letting it as a possibility that, like, your friend is an asshole or your friend is a piece of shit. But it makes sense. Like, what I'm giving these people makes sense. That I'm the worst possible person I can be. And it's like, I can take myself out of it for a second and say, like, that's not true. But it's starting to get real hard to, like, take myself out of it and believe that it's not true. It's starting to get real hard. I think about things and I don't feel like I need to clarify context clues. I think about things more and more frequently. And it's like all these different thoughts that I have is like, oh, no one, what's the one song by the Marias? No one noticed. Everybody that I know that I'm like friends with has like a person before me, you know? That's sand down there. No one would notice. That's ominous, and I feel like that's a sign. No one would notice, though. No one. And that's no one would notice if I did something. And that's no one would notice if I didn't do something and I was showing the signs of it. No one would notice. I have shown signs. Very recently. more sunflowers over here. Tell you what, that sand seemed a lot closer. I'm fine with being alone, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that it would be nice if somebody reached out. Somebody, like, showed initiative. The closest person to me would have been my last ex. And when I was down in the dumps, even when we were in a relationship. Like, I told her about how I wanted to eat less because I feel like I look fat and unattractive. And she laid the brass tacks on me and was like, well, if you don't eat, then you know your hair's gonna go fur. Like, it was like, that wasn't like a loving response. And I guess people don't always respond how you want them to. But you'd think maybe, right? Like, she went straight to like, oh, you know, your hair's gonna go first and your muscles, and like you're not gonna look good. Like, it's not gonna give you the effects that you want. And it's like, I don't know, maybe all I needed to hear was like, you need to eat. You look fine. I think you look fine. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up. Oh, because it would be nice if, like, I had people that reached out. The moral of the story is that I am confident that no one would notice. Like, people would notice if I did something. People would know. But it wouldn't take long for my absence to be, you know, not noticeable. You think this will fall and magically give me... Okay, no. Whoa, that was weird. That block lost its texture and shading as soon as it started to fall. We're gonna say this is enough sand for now, and enough kelp. I love getting kelp in this game. In fact, I'm gonna make a mini little kelp farm once I get up here. Oh, I should just grab a bucket of water while I'm down here too. Well, I have an infinite source actually, I'm stupid. My fault. Gotta mine anything other than that coal that I found earlier, because I'm in peaceful mode, just so that I can talk and not focus on anything else. But it's like this person also got out of a relationship less than a year ago. So in my heart of hearts, I know that this person is not over their ex, or I can't believe it fully that they would be over their ex that quick. So it's like, that sucks too, because it's like I'll be, you know, laying with them and I'm like thinking, damn, they're almost definitely thinking of their ex right now, and like that's all I am, is like a distraction. Which again, another thing that sucks, man. I'd like to be the main event for once, you know? What? Okay, it did break. I'd like to be somebody important to someone. I'd like someone to... Don't even need to be like in a romantic capacity. It really like doesn't need to be. I just like... you know, someone that, like, texts first, like a best friend, is the easiest way to describe it. And now we'll have infinite energy. Isn't that great? I always do this when I start a new Minecraft world. I'll look for kelp because for some reason, like, it just tickles me to know that my world is running off of clean energy when it's so, like, not optimal at all. Because it's like I'll smelt it and eventually I need to use some coal to smelt more. We need to get this organized, and by we I mean me. So I need to clean up more petals so that I can make more bone meal and get these crops out. And I'll make little areas for them. Aren't these such nice ideas that are coming from me? Comment down below if you fuck with these ideas. But if I was a stupid man and I didn't think, and I was just, you know, chilling with this person, I wouldn't even think about the fact that they're probably substituting me in their brain for somebody else. I wouldn't even think about the fact that I'm undesirable. I would just be like, man, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch because I'm perfect. That's what I would be like if I was a stupid, dumb man and I didn't have a brain. That's what I would be like. And life would be so easy for me. Very grateful I'm not that, but also it makes me want to rip my hair out. I keep on thinking that there's like a horse in the distance watching me. It's giving me the creeps. I feel like the house also needs a facelift. Girly is looking rough right here. Pretty in pink, but box-shaped is crazy. My cats are also going absolutely Nightmare Insano style. Let me make an axe. No, this feels like doing too damn much. How much? I'm already at 32 minutes. I'm already at 32 minutes. Maybe I'll do 2 separate little things. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll stop this one here. La-di-da.